Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Susan and you are watching SGN Talks. र आजको एपिसोडमा पनि मसँग तपाईहरुको लागि दुईवटा रेकमेन्डेसनहरु छन्. एउटा सिरिज र अर्को चाहिँ एउटा मुभी म तपाईहरुलाई रेकमेन्ड गर्न चाहन्छु. Firstly, I want to talk about a historical drama television miniseries based on real events. So, I am very fascinated by the past events of the world we live in. हिस्ट्रीको कुरा जब जब आउँछ नि, पहिला पहिला के भएको थियो भन्ने बारेमा जान्न चाहिँ मलाई एकदम खुल्दुली हुन्छ. स्कुल टाइममा पनि जब हिस्ट्रीको बारेमा पढाइन्थ्यो नि, साच्चै भन्नुपर्दा फर्स्टमा चाहिँ अल्छी लाग्थ्यो. यु गेट बोर्ड इन्स्टेन्टली. डेटहरु कन्ट पार्नु, मान्छेहरुको नाम याद गर्नु जस्तो बोरिङ काम के भने जस्तो लाग्थ्यो. बट slowly it changed. When few historical incidents get your attention, then you are naturally attracted towards it. इतिहासमा भएको एउटा कुनै पर्टिकुलर घटनाले चाहिँ हामीलाई त्यसको तर्फ तान्ने गर्छ जस्तो मलाई लाग्छ. पर्सनली मलाई चाहिँ म जन्मिनु अगाडि के भएको थियो त्यो कुराहरु जान्न मन छ. त्यो इन्सिडेन्टहरुको बारेमा थाहा पाउन चाहिँ मेरो जिज्ञासा एकदम बढ्न छ. So I was born in 1990. Now I definitely want to know what happened before the 90s. So I want to talk about a historical drama television miniseries by HBO called Chernobyl. In 1986, 26th of April, near the city of Pripyat in the north of Ukrainian SSR at the number 4 reactor in the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, a nuclear accident occurs which causes the Chernobyl disaster. मलाई लाग्छ हामीले यो घटनाको बारेमा त्यति सुनेको छैन. तर अहिलेको यो इन्टरनेटको बुमिङ एजमा यसको बारेमा थाहा नपाउनु पनि कहाँ सकिन्छ. धन अब त यसको बारेमा एउटा तरो टिभी मिनिसिरिज नै बनिसकेको छ. त्यति बेला यो इन्सिडेन्ट हुँदाखेरि सिचुएसन कतिको डेन्जरस थियो भन्ने फिलिङ यो सिरिज हेरेर मात्र हामीलाई थाहा हुन्छ. The series revolves around the Chernobyl disaster and the cleanup efforts that followed. मलाई यो सिरिज हेरिसकेपछि I personally felt very uncomfortable, felt very sad for all the innocent people who were affected by this man-made disaster, and fucking very angry towards those people who were so irresponsible then. Now, before talking about the show, I'm going to warn you, there are going to be a lot of spoilers. यो शो हेर्नु भएको छैन भने please गएर एकचोटि हेर्नुस्. Okay, you have been warned. 1986 26th of April बिहानको 1:23 अनि 45 सेकेन्डमा चेर्नोबिल न्युक्लियर प्लान्टको रिएक्टर नम्बर 4 मा एउटा ठूलो धमाका हुन्छ. It explodes. Many firefighters and workers are called in to control the situation. उनीहरु आफ्नो ड्युटी पूरा गर्दै काममा लाग्छन्, but are unknowingly being affected by the radiation. पुरा शहरमा बिस्तारै रेडिएसन फैलिरहेको छ. Everyone is unknown to this incident's effects, and these innocent people still don't know how everything is going to change forever. It is going to be worse than they can ever imagine. Explosion भएको 7 घण्टापछि मात्र थाहा हुन्छ कि रेडिएसन लेभल एकदम हाई छ. It is going to affect all the living things around it. Now, let me tell you what radiation is. Radiation is the emission or transmission of energy in the form of waves or particles through space or through a material medium. There are two types of radiation, electromagnetic radiation and nuclear radiation. Electromagnetic radiation चाहिँ एकदम प्योर एनर्जी हो. यो रेडिएसन हामीले प्रयोग गर्ने उपकरण र इलेक्ट्रोनिक डिभाइसहरु जस्तै रेडियो, माइक्रोवेभ, मोबाइल र लाइटहरुमा थोरै मात्रामा हुन्छ भने अल्ट्राभायोलेट लाइट, एक्स-रे, गामा रेमा चाहिँ अलि बढी मात्रामा हुन्छ जसको धेरै एक्सपोजरले चाहिँ मान्छेको शरीरमा असर गर्छ. न्युक्लियर रेडिएसन अन द अदर ह्यान्ड यसको ओरिजिन एटोमिक न्युक्लियसमा हुन्छ जसको भित्र प्रोटोन र न्यूट्रोन एकदम टाइट भएर बसेको हुन्छ, which is also called strong nuclear force. आइसोटोप्सहरुमा न्यूट्रोन र प्रोटोनको मात्रा एकदम अनस्टेबल भएर बसेको हुन्छ, which is also called radioactive isotopes. त्यसबाट एनर्जी निस्किरहेको हुन्छ, which is called nuclear radiation. न्युक्लियर पावर प्लान्टहरुमा नेचुरली पाइने रेडियोएक्टिभ आइसोटोपहरु रिफाइन गरेर फ्युलको रूपमा प्रयोग गरिन्छ, which is used to generate sufficient electricity required. For example, uranium is weakly radioactive because all isotopes are unstable, which is widely used in nuclear power plants. Now, the radiation produced from it is an ionized radiation, which is very harmful for the human body and other living things, as it can destroy the cell and the DNA in a devastating way. मान्छेको शरीरमा यो रेडिएसनले आफ्नो असर बिस्तारै तर एकदम खतरनाक ढंगले देखाउन थाल्छ. इन द शो, न्युक्लियर पावर प्लान्टमा जब सेफ टेस्टिङको प्रोसेस भइरहेको हुन्छ, which is not safe at all, यस्तो हेल्थ चेक गरेको देखाएको छ कि जुन एउटा न्युक्लियर पावर प्लान्ट भित्र धैर्य गरेर टेम्परेचर बढ्ने अनि घट्ने ब्यालेन्स मिलाउनु परेको हुन्छ, त्यसमा कम्प्युटरबाट वार्निङ आउँदासम्म यिनीहरुले सावधानी नअपनाएको देख्दा अचम्म लाग्छ.
But you don't need to be a nuclear scientist to understand what happened at Chernobyl. You only need to know this. There are essentially two things that happen inside a nuclear reactor. The reactivity which generates power either goes up or it goes down. That's it. All the operators do is maintain balance.
I would like you to record your command.
रिएक्टर तुरुन्तै बन्द गर्नु पहिला झन् काम अगाडि बढाइन्छ फेरि काम पनि कस्तो मान्छेहरुलाई अराएको हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि टु दोज वर्कर्स हु आर नट इभन एक्सपिरियन्स्ड
Diatlov is going to be supervising.
I have to do something I've never done before with Diatlov looking over my shoulder.
Oh, don't worry. We'll do it together.
रिएक्टर पढिसकेपछि चिम्नीबाट निस्केको रेडिएसन हावाको थ्रुबाट झन् फैलिन्छ एभ्रिथिङ इज एक्सपोज्ड पिपल आर इन डेन्जर एन्ड स्लोली दे आर सफरिङ Chernobyl series dramatizes the story of this nuclear plant disaster, telling the stories of the people who caused the disaster and who responded it. Belarusian Nobel laureate Svetlana Alexievicको बुक भोइस फ्रम चेर्नोबिलमा आधारित यो मिनी सिरिजले त्यति बेलाको यो न्युक्लियर मेल्टडाउन डिजास्टरमा रेस्पोन्ड गर्ने फायर फाइटर्स, भोलिन्टियर्स, कोल माइनर्सहरू र यसबाट दुःख पाएका मान्छेहरूले के कस्तो बलिदान दिनु पर्यो भन्ने बारेमा जब यो घटना भयो तब त्यति बेलाको सरकारले के गर्यो त्यसको रोकथामको लागि प्रब्लम छ है भन्ने स्वीकार गर्ने त कता हो कता उल्टो यत्रो ठूलो समस्यालाई ढाकछोप गर्न खोजियो यो न्यूज सकेसम्म लिक नहोस् भनेर यसलाई दबाएर राखियो रेडिएसन फैलिएर स्विडेन देशमासम्म पुगेको खबर पनि त्यति बेलाको सोभियत सरकारले झुटो बोलेर केही भएको छैन भनेर नकार्न खोजियो
I'm pleased to report that the situation in Chernobyl is stable.
Valerie Legasov, played excellently by actor Jared Harris, is the deputy director of the Kurchatov Institute, who is brought in to aid cleanup effort. Stellan Skarsgård as Boris Shabina, a council of ministers deputy chairman, just lies about the incident like nothing serious.
In terms of radiation, plant director Bricano reports no more than 3.6 Röntgen. I'm told it's the equivalent of a chest X-ray.
Legasovले सबैजनालाई मिटिङमा वार्निङ गरिसकेपछि मात्र थाहा हुन्छ कि कन्डिसन कतिको खराब छ भनेर अदरवाइज दे आर अल लाइङ एन्ड डिनाइङ देयर एक्सन्स दैट हैव कॉज्ड दिस क्याटास्ट्रोफे
Comrade General Secretary, I can assure you that Professor Legasov is mistaken. Bricano reports that the reactor core is intact. And as for the radiation...
Yes, 3.6 Röntgen, which, by the way, is not the equivalent of one chest X-ray, but rather 400 chest X-rays.
We're approaching the power plant.
What have they done?
Emily Watson as Ulana Khomyuk, a nuclear physicist from Minsk, is a fictional composite character who is based on the many scientists who investigated the accident. She also helps people in need and makes an effort to bring up the guilty ones who have caused this accident. प्लान्टमा काम गर्नेहरुको इन्टरभ्यु लिनेदेखि लिएर ट्रुथ के हो त गभर्नमेन्टले के लुकाउन खोजेको छ त्यो कुरा अगाडि ल्याउनको लागि चाहिँ she has made an impact in the series. There are so many scenes in this series which are very hard to see. There is this scene in this movie in which a pregnant wife is warned not to visit her husband if she is pregnant, but she just lies and ignores the warning and goes to see her husband, who is a firefighter, who was exposed to the high radiation and is in quarantine for a reason. Warning को मतलब नै नगरिकन लोड्नेलाई भेट्दा she also is not affected by it. आफ्नो लोड्नेलाई बिस्तारै तडपेर मरेको देख्नु परेको हुन्छ पेटमा भएको आफ्नो बच्चा पनि गुमाउनु परेको हुन्छ Khomyuk gives a powerful dialogue in this series for this act alone.
Do you know the name Vasily Ignatenko?
No.
He was a fireman. He died 2 weeks after the accident. I've been looking in on his widow. She gave birth. A girl. The baby lived for 4 hours. They said the radiation would have killed the mother, but the baby absorbed it instead. Her baby. We live in a country where children have to die to save their mothers. To hell with your deal. And to hell with our lives. Someone has to start telling the truth.
उसले भन्ने यो कुरा पनि एकदम सही हो. It touches your heart when you say those lines. The other scene which was so thrilling to watch was the moment in which these heroic soldiers are ordered to give their lives 90 seconds for removing high radiation absorbing granite from the roof to the core of the plant. प्लान्टको छतमा फैलेको कालो ग्रेनेडलाई हटाउने एक मान्छेले आफ्नो लाइफको 90 सेकेन्ड दिनु परेको हुन्छ. जाने अनि त्यसको ग्राफाइट कोरमा फ्यालिदिने 90 seconds because it was a lifetime dose of radiation for a living human being, a person, to absorb and survive. त्योभन्दा बढी एक्सपोज भयो भने things can be very bad for them. Residents are evacuated from the wider Chernobyl exclusion zone and decontamination operations are underway. Civilian draftee Pavel is paired with Soviet Afghan War veteran Bacho to patrol the zone to shoot and dispose of abandoned animals due to radioactive contamination. पावेलको काम चाहिँ सहरमा भएका घरपालुवा कुकुर बिरालोहरू मार्ने हुन्छ. He is told not to kill them without any suffering. यहाँसम्म कि खोज्दै जाँदाखेरि हन्टिङ गर्दै जाँदाखेरि they encounter a group of puppies and they have to kill it. Oh God, come on. भन्नु त्यो सिन चाहिँ देखाइने सिरिजमा इट्स भेरी हार्ड टु वाच इट. सो यस्तै यस्तै सिनहरू छन् यो पुरै 5 एपिसोडको सिरिजमा. त्यति बेलाको सोभियत संघ, युएसएसआर, युक्रेनको प्रिपेयर सहरमा भएको यो घटनामा मान्छेहरू आफ्नो ज्यान बचाउन कसरी आफ्नो घरबार सदाको लागि छोडेर जानु परेको र एउटा सिङ्गो सहर नै कसरी बिरानो हुन पुग्यो भनेर यो सिरिजमा देखाउन खोजेको छ. मेन मेसेज जुन दिनु खोजेको छ यसले त्यो हो, वाट इज द कस्ट अफ लाइज. हामीले झुटो बोलेर साँचो कुरालाई लुकाएर राख्यो भने, त्यसलाई नै सही मान्न थाल्यो भने खतरा यसमा छैन कि हामीले धेरै झुट बोल्यौं. खतरा यसमा छ कि हामीले साँचो के थियो, सही के थियो त्यसलाई नै बिर्स्यौं.
Lies. Because of our secrets and our lies. They're practically what define us. When the truth offends, we lie and lie until we can no longer remember it is even there, but it is still there. Every lie we tell incurs a debt to the truth. Sooner or later, that debt is paid. That is how an RBMK reactor core explodes.
चेर्नोबिल न्युक्लियर प्लान्टको न्युक्लियर मेल्टडाउन त एउटा उदाहरण मात्र थियो. त्यस्तै अरू 18-20 वटा जति न्युक्लियर पावर प्लान्टहरू त्यति बेला पनि चलि नै रहेका थिए without any safety measures and with same carelessness.
Right now, there are 16 reactors in the Soviet Union with the same fatal flaw. 3 of them are still running, less than 20 kilometers away at Chernobyl.
So you should all definitely must watch this mini-series. एकदम दामी छ यो सिरिज. It is created and written by Craig Mazin and directed by Johan Renck. युट्युबमा 6 एपिसोडको पडकास्ट छ यो शोको बारेमा. क्रेग म्याजिनले कसरी यो शो क्रिएट गर्नुभयो त्यसको बारेमा एक्स्ट्रा जानकारी पाउन सक्नुहुन्छ तपाईहरुले. पडकास्टको लिंक तल डिस्क्रिप्सनमा हालिदिएको छु. मजाले गएर सुन्न सक्नुहुन्छ. सुन्न पनि रमाइलो छ त्यो शो. सिरिजको प्रोडक्सन, एक्युरेसी र प्रेजेन्टेसन सँगै कास्टिङ र एक्टिङ सब राम्रो छ भने म्युजिक स्कोर पनि दामी छ. शोमा जुन म्युजिक छ इट्स गिवन बाइ Ugonna. It will give you creeps and makes you a little uncomfortable. So Chernobyl is my first recommendation of the day. The second recommendation in today's episode is a 2017 South Korean historical drama film called ATaxiDriver, starring Song Kang-ho as a taxi driver named Kim Man-seok. He is a widower, a father who lives with his 11-year-old daughter in a small house in Seoul. फिल्ममा चाहिँ किमको क्यारेक्टरले चाहिँ एउटा हुन्छ नि अर्डिनरी म्यानको रूपमा देखाएको छ, who is from the working class and cares only about his family's livelihood. आफू र आफ्नो छोरीको बारेमा मात्र सोच्ने किमलाई चाहिँ पोलिटिक्समा कुनै इन्ट्रेस्ट नभएको, ट्याक्सी चलाएर पैसा मात्र कमाउनु पाए उसलाई आफ्नो भविष्य सेक्युर हुने भनेर देखाउन खोजिएको छ. This film is based upon the Gwangju uprising in 1980, which was a popular uprising in the city of Gwangju in South Korea, where university students demonstrated against the martial law government. त्यति बेला डेमोक्रेसी ल्याउनको लागि स्टुडेन्ट्स र बाकी सिटिजनहरु मिलेर सरकारको विरुद्ध लडाई भइरहेको थियो. प्रोटेस्टको टाइममा धेरै विद्यार्थी र आम नागरिकले आफ्नो ज्यान गुमाउनु परेको थियो. त्यसमाथि सरकारले यस्तो न्यूज चाहिँ एकदम सेन्सर गरिदिने भएकोले ग्वाङ्जो बाहिर चाहिँ अरु मान्छेहरुलाई चाहिँ यसको बारेमा केही थाहा थिएन. फिल्ममा एउटा जर्मन रिपोर्टर इंडियन हिन्स पिटर played by actor Thomas Kretschmann लाई सियोलबाट ग्वाङ्जुमा रिपोर्टिङको लागि जानु परेको हुन्छ. He wants to expose the corrupt and the cruel authority to the world. He wants to visit that place in Gwangju where protests are being held. त्यहाँ सरकारले आफ्नो जनतामाथि गरिरहेको अन्याय र शोषण चाहिँ कसरी हुन्छ बाकी संसारलाई देखाउने भनेर आफ्नो ज्यानको परवाह नगरेर त्यो ठाउँमा चाहिँ हिन्स पिटर रिपोर्ट गर्न सियोल पुगेको हुन्छ. अब ग्वाङ्जुमा जानको लागि एउटा ट्याक्सी चाहिएपछि उसको कन्ट्याक्ट अनइन्टेन्सनली किमसँग हुन्छ.
택시 부르셨죠?
किम पनि पैसाको अफर अलि बढी नै पाइसकेपछि he is unable to deny and is ready to go to Gwangju.
Don't worry. Mr. Kim. 나랑 이게 together. Let's go Gwangju. Okay.
मुभीमा एउटा फरेन प्यासेन्जर र ट्याक्सी ड्राइभरको बीचमा धेरै मनमुटाव भएको देखाएको छ, but slowly they both realize their duty and responsibility, come to their terms and do what is the most important thing to do for the people of their country. They realize that the truth about the Gwangju uprising has not been fully revealed and now they have this task to resolve it.
We go together. I taxi driver, you taxi 손님. Okay? Okay, together.
उनीहरूले यो कसरी गर्छन् त त्यति बेलाको अथोरिटीसँग लडेर कसरी त्यो समाचारलाई बाहिर पठाइयो संसारलाई त्यहाँ भइरहेको इन्जस्टिस कसरी देखाइयो र कसरी त्यसपछि साउथ कोरियामा एउटा ठुलो बदलाव आयो भनेर चाहिँ फिल्ममा त्यो देखाएको छ इट इज अ फिल्म विथ एन इमोसनल वेट साउथ कोरियन मुभीहरू चाहिने भन्दा बढी नै इमोसनल भइदिने रोना धोना अलिक बढी नै हुन्छ भन्ने स्टेरियोटिपिकल छाप लागिसकेको त छ बट few movies do stand out. फिल्मको स्टोरी राम्रो छ र क्यारेक्टरहरुमा डेप्थ छ भने मुभी हेर्ने मान्छेहरुको मन त अवश्य नै छुन्छ नै Taxi Driver movie is a good example of it. I absolutely love the performance by the both lead actors. दुवैको एक्टिङ एकदम राम्रो छ स्टोरीले पनि मन छुन्छ तपाईहरुको There are few inaccuracies in it though which I have found by reading few articles in the net but the movie does not fade away from the main point which was to show the Gwangju uprising and how after the uprising it has become a symbol of South Koreans' struggle against authoritarian regimes and for democracy. So do check out this movie. It's a good movie. So today's recommendations are based on the historical events of two different countries. राम्रो movie र series नबनेको भए हामीलाई यसको बारेमा थाहा पनि हुँदैन थियो होला. A similarity between these two recommendations that I want to point out is the control of higher power, authority or say government against the people, which does not last forever. Both of the movies gives a certain message that if they keep on lying and keep closing us with their filthy lies, the truth just comes out no matter how much the force is against it. So thank you very much for watching this video. Like and share it if you have enjoyed it and do subscribe to my channel. See you soon in the next episode of HN Talks. Take care.